Are you looking for a short-term emergency water solution? Something that works at home or can go with you if you need to evacuate? I've got a solution and I want to share with you today. Stay tuned. Hello friends and family, thanks for checking in. For anyone new here, my name is Russell Liston and I'm here to help you as you prepare every needful thing. Today's topic is short-term emergency water storage. I am so grateful to have running water in my home. I love the convenience of just turning on a tap. But you never know when it's going to stop or when a disaster may cause you to leave your home. And that's why water is part of my emergency storage. I think of water storage in two ways. You have your evacuation water and you have your shelter-in-place water. Am I going somewhere and I need to take it with me, or am I staying put in my home? Some of your water should be portable and some of it can just stay put. Today, I want to talk about the portable water option. Because if you need to leave and all you have is a 55-gallon barrel of water in your basement, it's going to be really hard for you to take that thing with you. I refer to this as my evacuation water supply. Later in this video, I'll go through 3 scenarios of how this water option can be used. When it comes to water storage, the first question that's usually asked is, how much water do I store? The typical answer that you're going to hear is 1 gallon per day per person for 3 days for drinking and for sanitation use. That means for me, I'm going to need 3 of these gallons stored in my home for emergency use. And because I have a family of 5, and each one of us is going to need 3 gallons, that means I'm going to need 15 gallons in my home for my family. I'd like to mention that I live in the United States, and we talk in quarts and gallons when it comes to liquid measurements. But at the store, some things are sold in liters or half liters. So for simplicity, please bear with me. I'm going to say that 1 quart equals 1 liter, and 4 liters or 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. I know that's not the exact math ratio, so please bear with me. I'm just working with the measurement units that have been given to me. I also wanted to mention weight. 1 gallon weighs approximately 8 pounds. That means that 3 of these is going to weigh 24 pounds, and that big 55-gallon barrel that I mentioned earlier, that's going to weigh 440 pounds. So for sure, that thing's not leaving the basement very easily. With all that behind us, let's talk about the solution I wanted to share with you today. I like to use plastic water bottles for this system. I've chosen to go with the 500 milliliter, and I can purchase them in a 40 pack, which equates to 20 liters or 5 gallons plus. I use this system because it's so simple. I purchase 1 pack per person per family member. I write the date on it of when it was purchased. I place them on a board on the concrete in my garage. This is used to protect the plastic water bottles from absorbing any flavors or odors from the concrete, and I stack them up. Plus I get 1 extra to pull from for family use. This means that I always have 1 full pack per person. When the open package is gone, I purchase another one. That allows me to keep things rotated around and to keep things fresh. I told you it was simple. I have 5 gallons per person. That's 2 gallons more than what's recommended, and best of all, it's portable. Let's talk about those 3 scenarios now. The first scenario that I want to talk about is what I would consider just daily use. In my family, we use a lot of refillable containers for sports or different activities, but sometimes it just makes sense to take a disposable bottle. Just remember to recycle. This is how the water is going to be rotated. I don't think the water is going bad, but I have had some bottles start to go misshaped over time, and I just want to try to keep this water as fresh as possible. A second scenario is an evacuation with a vehicle. In this scenario, you would get your family, your gear, your food, and your water into your vehicle. I like to keep the water in my garage so that it's easy to get to. Although I have other 5-gallon jugs, I prefer these for simplicity, because you never know when scenario 2 is going to turn into scenario 3, which is an evacuation on foot. This scenario is a little tricky because, as I mentioned earlier, water is heavy. Each one of these little bottles weighs about 1 pound. So to have a 3-day supply, I'm going to need 24 bottles, which means 24 pounds. This might be okay if it's the only thing that we're going to be carrying, but we're also going to have other food and clothing and shelter and all of our other emergency supplies, and so that's going to be a very heavy load. This is why I like these smaller bottles versus the larger containers, because it's easier just to simplify and to adjust to your needs. So if weight is an issue and 24 pounds or 24 bottles is just too much to carry, carry less. Maybe 12, maybe 6. Carry what you can, and that'll be the best you can do. I wanted to mention this now so you would have a chance to think about it, and then if you're ever faced with that decision, you'll have already thought through what you can do, and you can make the best decision possible then. Another part of our water solution is our water treatment, and we'll be discussing that in a future video. Don't let me stop you if you want to carry more. Maybe you could load a little bit extra in one of your teenagers' backpacks, or maybe if you have a wagon or a wheelbarrow or some means to carry it, you could put extra water there so that you don't have to leave any behind. Some final thoughts I'm having is store water. This container here, $5. So for me and my family, that's $25 plus the extra one, so I'm into it $30, which is not too bad for a 3-day supply of emergency water that's portable and ready to go, but also can be used any day you want to grab a water bottle and take it with you. My personal goal is to have 2 gallons per person per day for 14 days or 2 weeks. That's going to be 140 gallons. But we'll talk about long-term water storage in another video. Today's assignment is to ask yourself a few questions. First off, do you have water storage? Is some of it portable? Do you dare drink it? When was the last time you looked at it? If you've got nothing, I'd invite you to give this system a try. If you've got a system that does work, I'd love to hear about it. Tell me about it in the comments below. If you found value in this video, please let me know by clicking that thumbs up button. And if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, I would like to invite you to do so. Once again, I would like to thank you for your time, and may God bless you as you prepare every needful thing. Thank you.